Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon for NARVIK. Thank you so much for sponsoring the video. I appreciate it. And we have some amazing bands here that I'm all familiar with, but these are some titles that are they are called TRIPPY Acoustic Ballads. TRIPPY Acoustic Cheesy Ballads. So let's see if they're trippy. Let's see if they're really that cheesy. But I'm sure they're going to be amazing. So let's take a look at the songs. You already know these artists if you clicked on the video. We got Burgh, we got Rush, we got Barclay James Harvest, some more Burgh, and the Mighty Scorpions. I love that band, honestly. Just like I really got into them, you know, in the last couple of months. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. I already have the songs loaded up here. We're going to start off with Hold On by Burgh. And this is for this is from the album, Far Beyond These Castle Walls. And this is from 1975. So I wonder if, as NARVIK is also a fan of Yngwie Malmsteen, I don't know, we did Far Beyond the Sun. I don't know if that triggered the memory of Far Beyond These Castle Walls. Could be, but I don't know. I guess we'll know in the comment section. But yeah, let's give it up for Burgh. Hold On. I'll have the lyrics pulled up, and also NARVIK, you pretty much didn't give a lot of information. That means just do your thing, listen to the stuff, and then we'll talk about it. Also, I did see Scorpions, Born to Touch Your Feelings. You send me the demo version. I'm just gonna do the original because it's also longer. The end of the demo, I'm sure it doesn't sound as good as the original. I think you meant to send me the original. All right, so without further ado, let's get started here with Hold On by Burgh. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Somewhere a lonely girl lies weeping. A lonely man tries sleeping, but he's getting nowhere. Sometimes it may be close to morning. She thought she heard him calling, but there's nobody there. And somehow he knows he's got to try to hold on. Somewhere she's crying for him. Hold on. Someday a smile will call him. Hold on. There's someone out there trying for him. Somehow, sometime,
Let's see here.
Again she sleeps alone.
This is good. It's very good.
He's reaching for the phone, but he's calling no one. Oh, sometime she's dreaming of her lover. It really can't be over. sometime, somewhere.
All right. Yeah. I mean, it is a bit, I mean, I did like it, but it is very, it's more like a downer, you know? And it's so funny. So I thought Christa Burgh, for some reason, was Christopher Cross. So that's why I said, oh, I know all of them, you know? And so Christa Burgh, I think I've heard of Christa Burgh. Let's check out. So his most famous song is "The Lady in Red." I don't know. It could be possible, but I it's so funny because I was like, his voice is so different here, and I thought, and then I looked up Christa Burgh on the channel if we had done anything, and it's Christopher Cross. So it's totally different genre. I mean, I do like it, but it's a little bit too dramatic. I guess that's where the cheese comes in. It is. I wouldn't call it like cheesy because it is quite serious. It's almost very saddening. It's very, the way he sings it. It is, and I just read that this is his first album, so it is very, it is music that kind of like, yeah, it's sad, so, but, and it reminded me, of course, that there's another version of Hold On, which by Kansas, that's a little bit more upbeat, also dramatic, but it just has a little bit more power to it. But I like it, Now, is it something I would listen to in my spare time? Maybe not. It is just a little bit, a tad too dramatic for my taste. But hey, let's check out. I'm really curious now because there's another track. So there must be something, It's sometimes it's not as easy to get into a new style of music, So I'm happy that you included a second song. Now, Rush, what can I say? I'm almost surprised I'm not wearing a Rush t-shirt because I just love this band so much, and their t-shirts are amazing as well. But yeah, so we did. Now I wanted to clear this up really quickly. We did Fly By Night on Patreon, the full album. But honestly, we've only listened to it once. So I heard the song, of course, Rivendell. I thought I was going to write to you. And then I saw the third song is Galadriel, both from Lord of the Rings. I was like, this goes together. So let's just do it. I honestly don't remember the song because I've only heard the album once. And I never really revisited the second album. Or is it the third album? I'm a little bit confused because... I know this is the album where Neil Peart joined. So let's take a look real quick. So yeah, Rush. Okay, now it is this. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought he joined in Caress. Well. God, let me see. Good thing is it's a marathon. Fly By Night. Yeah. Fly By Night. So yeah, he did join in this album. Okay, cool. Yes, but as far as the Rivendell goes, I don't remember, and I really want to keep it in the marathon because we got Rivendell, we got Galadriel by Barclay James Harvest. So here we go with Rush. Let's check it out.
Sunlight dances through the leaves, soft winds stir the sighing trees. Lying in the warm grass, feel the sun upon your face.
Traveled now for many miles. It feels so good to see the smiles of friends who never left your mind when you were far away. From the golden light of coming dawn till the twilight, when the sun is gone, we treasure every season and every passing day. You feel there's something calling you, you're wanting to return to where the misty mountains rise and friendly fires burn. A place you can escape the world where the dark lord cannot go. Peace of mind and sanctuary by loud waters flow. We feel the coming of a new day. Dark gives way to light, a new way. Stop here for a while until the world calls you away. Yet you know I've had the feeling, standing with my senses reeling. This is the place to grow old till I reach my final day. Feel there's something calling you, you're wanting to return to where the misty mountains rise and friendly fires burn. A place you can escape the world where the dark lord cannot go. Peace of mind and sanctuary by loud waters flow.
Very cool. And of course, I mean, I love Lord of the Rings, and Rivendell is that place, I guess, where the elves live. So that's why. Talks about like the, you know, where time cannot touch you and all that stuff. It's a very different Rush song. It's you know, I mean, I've heard some acoustic stuff. I didn't remember this, but I remember that we were just like, it kind of like in the full album. Is this the last song of the album? No, it's oh, so sorry. Before the last, which is the end. But I remember that like at the end, the last half of the album was kind of like, you know, just like a little bit less energy. And I think Alexia told me that she loved the album, but that she didn't like that it was just so low energy, you know. But I think it's perfect here for this marathon, because these are, I think it wasn't, I know what you mean when you call this cheesy, because yes, I mean, thinking about Lord of the Rings, while I love Lord of the Rings, I was just thinking about rewatching the trilogy, the first trilogy, Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, and I've been introduced to like Lord of the Rings through these films and also like video games nowadays. There's some video games that are amazing, and they just create this world, of Tolkien, and it's really amazing what you can just do nowadays. But yeah, I really like the song. Alex Lifeson's acoustic guitar. I love that it was nylon strings, and also Geddy here in a different, like, not so high. I mean, his voice is just naturally high register, but it was nice of to hear him sing a little bit in a calm setting. And I love the volume swells that Alex was doing with the electric guitar, and pretty much that's the song. The way it was written, really, really interesting, style, because since it's usually a prog rock band, this was more like, yeah, totally different. It was definitely acoustic. So now I understand also the first song, just the style. It is gonna be acoustic guitar throughout. And I love acoustic guitar. There she is. I'm sorry, this guitar, I love that guitar. Like, I've had it for longer than all the other guitars. And it just sounds amazing, and it's wonderful to play classical music on it. I don't really use it, for strumming kind of purposes. Sometimes when I attempt to play flamenco, which is super hard, but it's not a flamenco classical guitar. It is a classical guitar for classical music, So it's also not really like for rock or anything. I have another guitar that's out of frame here right behind me, which is an electroacoustic steel string, which sounds completely different, right? Okay, so now let's move on. So I've now kind of like, now I know what this marathon is going to be about, how it sounds. This is Galadriel, another character from Lord of the Rings, and I love what's the actress again who plays her? I love that actress. Oscar winner, just beautiful. But I don't remember her name right now. I don't recall her. But I'm sure if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, especially of the movies, you'll know who she is. Barclay James Harvest does this, a Galadriel version. Once again, the album. Let's check it out.
She comes up with the morning sun and tells me life has just begun. Oh, what it is to be young.
Sounds almost like John Anderson a little bit.
And in the early evening light, she brings me flowers from the sun. Oh, what it is to be young. And if you see her, you will know she's like a shadow falling softly on the snow. And in the early evening light, she brings me flowers for the night. Oh, what it is to be young. And if you see her, you will know she's like a shadow falling softly on the snow. And in the early evening light, she brings me flowers for the night. Oh, what it is to be young.
I love it. I love the lyrics. Now I really want to watch, you know, the movies. And it's so funny because when I met Alexia, she hated everything. Fantasy, science fiction, any movie that had like, and she's a horseback rider. Like she used to do it like professionally almost. Like in competition and stuff. But when there was anything with people in ropes or, you know, with shields or swords, she was like, oh God, I don't know. I think it was just something that she didn't understand when she was growing up, or it's also because her dad doesn't watch. It's really a shame because these are great movies, especially stuff like Gladiator or Troy, or maybe Troy's not the best example, but Gladiator is pretty amazing. Stuff like that. Lord of the Rings is fantastic. I mean, all the Oscars it won, and it's just like, wow, especially the third one. But there's also bad, you know, there's bad science fiction, there's bad fantasy movies. I get it, but just to discard everything is kind of like extreme. So I got her kind of like into it with Game of Thrones. And I remember I was like, let's watch Game of Thrones. And she's like, oh no. Oh God, no. Like, I hate this kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's watch one episode. If you hate it, we'll never talk about it again. We're done. We watched one episode. She was hooked. She was like, oh my God. Play the next one. And that's how we like literally became super fans of the genre. You know, now she watches, like, there's any fantasy movie, any movie set in the Middle Ages, Dark Ages, medieval times, she'll go for it. She loves it now. And also the same kind of happened with science fiction. I showed her Star Wars, you know, the first three, and she was just like, you know, like a sleaze fest. And then I had the genius idea to show her Minority Report, and she just loves the genre now. Science fiction, futuristic, dystopian kind of worlds. She loves it. She eats it up all. And, you know, it's just like a wonderful thing, because that's pretty much what happened also with her musical taste. Like, I used to play her Alan Holdsworth, Ingrid Malmsteen, you know, Metallica, stuff like that. Iron Maiden, she didn't care for it, and now she gets it. You know, it's just about taking your time, having patience, and you will eventually, you know, become a fan, or maybe not, you know. But I really kind of tried it, and I tried out different things, and now she watches Star Wars and she loves it. You know, we watched Rogue One. I think that's her favorite because it's very dramatic. Everybody, you know, spoiler alert, everybody dies at the end of the movie, you know, so it's just like there's consequences, there is drama, and that's what she likes. So moving on, I love these two Lord of the Rings influenced tracks. Now this is Satin Green Shutters, again from the first album, Far Beyond the Castle Walls. Again, I feel this is all very related to these times, you know, these castle walls, Lord of the Rings. We got another, I don't know, let's see if the Scorpions Taken by Force song Born to Touch Your Feelings is also in that. That's the longest one, almost 8-minute track. So let's check here another Krista Burgh. satin green shutters. Excuse me, I got some like gas or something. Here we go. Oh, by the way, Kate Blanchett plays Galadriel.
Where your love is, put your heart. Guard these moments well. Where your dreams are, put your hopes. You know they will not fail you. When the sun rises in the morning, you will wake up and find her yawning. When the wind blows strong and cold, she'll be with you until you grow old.
Nice.
Where your love is, put your heart. Oh, what would you do if your dreams came true? I would build a lovely house with satin green shutters. It would be lovely, the most lovely house in the world. And I would sing a lovely song with you in my mind and you in my eyes. The most lovely song in the world. I would write it down on the wall just for you, just for you. And I would hold you in my arms for the rest of my days.
Oh Lord. I knew that was coming.
When you're sad and feeling low, you're on your own with nowhere to go. Make believe that she is gone. Play your guitar and write a song for her. Write down the words about how you cried when you woke up weeping, 'cause you thought that she had died, and you heard her breathing through your pain, and you held her close and cried all over again. Where your love is, put your heart. Oh, what would you do if your dreams came true? And inside my lovely house with satin green shutters, there would be children, the most lovely children in the world. And even when the skies are gray, we would be happy, for we have love, the most lovely love in the world. I would write it down on the wind just for you, just for you. And I would hold you in my arms for the rest of my days.
I have to laugh because Alexia would not play ball. She would be like yawning. Like it is because it's this music is so calm and it's so slow, and she would not. she, I just know her so well. Even when it happens in an like, even when it happened in the Rush and the full album, she was like, and I can see her. I'm always looking over, and I know when if something doesn't move along, she just loses patience. This is music that's very. I love the orchestration here, the lyrics. It reminded me a lot of like the Moody Blues, but the Moody Blues is a little bit more. It also has this kind of drama sometimes, like Tuesday Afternoon or Nights in White Satin. We've done those, those tracks, and I love them to death. This is music for a certain type of audience, very. I don't know if you could call it in Germany. It's like a Schmalzer, very schmaltzy. Because it's music that's very, very, calm and, yeah, you have to have a palette for that, But I love the lyrics. It was very, very, again, very dramatic. I love all the orchestration, like I said, all the stuff in the background, very, very cool, classical influenced, or portrayed, So, I mean, again, would I listen to this by myself? Probably, the person that I am and the music that I play, maybe not, but it's good. It's something, if I ever want to write a ballad or something, I would come back maybe to this marathon, because it is inspiring for me as a musical artist, yeah, why not? There's some good examples how to do it, especially when there's orchestration in the background. How are they implementing that? It's really interesting. And Krista Burgh, he has a very beautiful voice. Also, the other song, Barclay James Harvest, that reminded me a lot of almost like, I think I said it reminded me of, what was that? Because I was like, it's like a mix between Geddy Lee and I think I said somebody else. Now I don't remember, but I know that I said it. So it's like a mix of those two. But yeah, so far, this whole marathon is really, really good. But it is, you have to have a certain patience, when you're into like this music that we are, which is more proggy, more fast paced. I'm way more extreme than Alexia when it comes to music. I listen to music. I mean, NARVIK knows this very, very well. And most of the people that watch the channel know that I listen to like some crazy ass music, which with lots of changes, or like extreme jazz, extreme metal, extreme everything, because I just love for it to move along. So this is yeah, it is, it is very different. Now, Scorpions, this is one of my favorite albums from the early Scorpions, taken by force, because Sails of Charon is on here. One of my I think it's my favorite track of the Scorpions. The other day, this guy, like, I have no idea who he is, but he was commenting on the Yngwie Malmsteen video, saying that Yngwie Malmsteen pretty much inspired Uli John Roth. And I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? Like, Uli John Roth was obviously before Yngwie Malmsteen, and it's vice versa. Uli John Roth influenced Yngwie Malmsteen. And then he said, no, that's not true. And then Uli John Roth is a horrible guitar player. Most guitar players are better than him. And I was like, are you serious? Like, literally, he paved the way of shredding in the 70s. Him and other people like Aldi Meola and Alan Holdsworth and stuff like that. So I was like, no, you're like completely wrong. Like, listen to some stuff. And even there's an album of Yngwie Malmsteen playing a Scorpion song. This song, not the one that we're reacting to, but Sails of Charon. So, like, get your information straight, So, let's check out now. Since you sent me a link, NARVIK, you sent me a link of the demo version of Born to Touch Your Feelings. I don't think you want to do that. I think you just sent me the wrong link. We're gonna do the original, the studio version, which is 3 minutes longer, and I think just that's the right thing to do. And it also has a lot more millions of views. So let's go with Born to Touch Your Feelings by the Scorpions. And I know whatever they play is gold. So here we go. (1977).
I was born from the sound of the string, someone to give everything, to be a song just for your feeling. Close your eyes and I'll try to get in, to waken your heart like the spring. 'Cause I was born to touch your feelings.
That's an acoustic with steel.
Hear the chime, take the song and be glad. Be free as the birds, don't be sad. Your time will come, I'll make you feel it. You're still young, like the sun after rain. Follow the light, it's not in vain. And you will see, I'll touch your feelings. Dee da 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 da. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright. You were born just to lose or to win, to be someone's child in the wind, to live between your mind and feelings. Find your way, check it out, learn each day.
His voice is so good.
Follow the light, it's not in vain. And you will see, I'll touch your feelings. Dee da 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 da.
Beautiful.
You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright. You've got your songs, they are every day.
So good.
Sound of the strings. 君の心の for someone 歌になるために to give everything 音のせいから to be itself 生まれた just for you 目を閉じてごらん Close your eyes そしたら僕は君の心に入り春のように wake up your heart 君を目覚めさせてみよう Like the sweet harvest だって僕は君の心をもっと大いに上げるために touch your feelings 僕はすべてみんなに与え sound of the strings 君の心の歌になるために 音のせいから生まれた just for you 目を閉じてごらんそしたら僕は君の心に入り春のように君を目覚めさせてみようだって僕は君の心に入り知るために年僕はすべて君に与え君の心の歌になるために音のせいから生まれた目を閉じてごらんそしたら僕は君の心に入り春のように君を目覚めさせてみよう
Okay, great song. The end was bizarre, you know, to say the least. I don't know. It's just, you know, art. But I loved the song. I loved the lyrics. I loved the whole pacing of this one, even though it was longer. The last minute was kind of, for me, I would have played a freaking solo, you know. But, you know, I guess they wanted to do that whole, like, you know, voiceover thing. So, and since I'm like a language like nut, and so the first one was Japanese, I think, and then there was English, and then there was some French, and then I don't really know. There was like a lot going on. That I don't know. I would have done something different there. Like it was a perfect chord progression for a good solo. But hey, you know, like I said, that's what they did, and that's how it was recorded. Now I'm gonna be like, what if the demo had a solo, and that's why he sent it to me? You know what? We can still do the demo. Why not? You know, let's just see. I just want to see if it's different, and that way, if you really send me the link of the demo, hell, you know, let's do it. We still have some time, and I'm in a good mood, and it's NARVIK, so let's go with the demo version of Scorpions. Same song. I hope they play a solo at the end. Let's go. Sometimes the demos are even better.
to be a song just for your feeling. Close your eyes and I try to come in to awaken your heart like the spring. 'Cause I was born to touch your feelings. Still sometime take a song and be glad. Be free as the birds, don't be sad. Your time will come, you need just feeling. You're still young like the sun and the rain. Follow the light, it's not in vain. And you will see I touch your feelings.
I love it.
You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright.
There's something about his phrasing that I love.
Still sometime take a song and be glad. Be free as the birds, don't be sad. Your time will come, you need just feeling. You're still young like the sun and the rain. Follow the light, it's not in vain. And you will see I touch your feelings. Dee-dee-da-da-da-da. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright. You've got your songs, they are every day. For a while, just the only way to feel alright.
Wow. That is insane. And the demo is actually better than the I think so. Now I know that he sent me the link with a purpose. It wasn't a mistake. So there you go. We got some extra scorpions out of it. I think this was great. Thank you so much for sponsoring this, NARVIK. I really, really appreciate it. And please give it up for NARVIK for requesting this, for holding back and saying, oh, I'm gonna just do metal, for giving us like something completely different and acoustic. I don't want to call it cheesy, but maybe it was, there was some cheese there, but not all of them, you know. I think the cheesier ones were definitely Chris the Burgh, and I do like him, don't get me wrong, but Rush, Barclay, James Harvest, and Scorpions were just, you know, they're just the stronger bands, I guess. They're also the rock bands, you know, so they know how to play some good power ballads, you know. So, but I think all the songs were great, you know, really, really good. And even though they didn't play a solo at the end, Scorpions, but I think the demo is more powerful than the, you know, Born to Touch Your Face. I love that. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 da. I don't know, his phrasing is so good. Like Klaus Meine is just very, very good, and he has just a very unique voice, such as Getty, of course, you know. Perfect. Thank you again so much. Let me know what you think. If you like the marathon, please subscribe, like the video, you know, leave a comment. So the more comments, the more the video gets pushed out into the algorithm, and so it gets more views and more love and all that good stuff. So again, thank you so much, NARVIK. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next one.